I'm gonna wait until a few people get on here. Man, people tripping. I'm gonna wait until a couple more of y'all get on here. But no, how do y'all feel about that win? You know, I found it to be impressive. What up? What up? MSK Gaming M was good. So a lot of the people that I've been talking to, well, not a lot, just a couple that I've run into, are not happy with the decision. And it's my personal opinion, based on how aggravated they seem to be during the conversation, that they probably just don't like Jermell Charlo or his brother Jermell Charlo, because I heard how loud the punch sounded. Not only that, nothing that lands on the gut feels good. Keep in mind, Jeison Rosario was getting humbled throughout the fight. He had been knocked down multiple times. He had been hurt a bunch of times. It's not a surprise that when you take a stiff jab to the chin, then open all the way up to cover your face up and get hit right there square in the stomach, it's no surprise that he reacted the way he did. Now, the part after he fell, that surprised me. That definitely surprised me. But maybe that's how he reacted to not being able to catch his wind. I don't know. But the fact that people are trying to say that Jeison Rosario threw the fight or that the fight was fixed, that's ridiculous. There's no way that a unified champion, somebody who just became unified champion, is going to throw a fight, knowing that they can make millions of dollars for the rest of their fights based on them being unified. It's not happening like that, guys. It's not. But you know what I'm saying? This is an open floor. So if anybody has any contrasting opinions, y'all can speak. But Jermell Charlo's been doing this. He's been beating people. Like, you know, Norman Jeffrey says, I have nothing to say. I mean, people act like this isn't a world class fighter, a top tier world class fighter. I respect any win they earned it. Exactly. Um, Jeison Rosario just does not strike me as the type of man that would throw a fight. Charlo seen the open shot and took it. He won fair and square. Agreed. You know, I got people saying, I've seen people that don't even box say that they would have been able to take that punch. No, you wouldn't. Because I've been hit with a shot like that and it slowed me down, and I box. That punch does not feel good, especially in that spot. It was in the lower abdomen. That's one of the main places where Errol Spence hurts people. He just uses a left hook or a right hook to do it. I wouldn't be able to. Oh, you said that. I don't remember that. I thought it was somebody else. My bad, Norman. I didn't mean to call you out. I just know that in that particular spot, getting hit with a wide open shot, it hurts. I know there's so today they were adamant, man. They were adamant about that not being a legit win. I'm talking about the people I talked to in person today. And don't get me wrong, you know, they're not no dummies. Like, they know a lot about boxing, being as, you know, we spend all day in the boxing gym. But I don't know. Just because things may look fishy to some people doesn't mean that they are fishy, you know. I think it was a legit win. Jermell Charlo is a strong dude. Yeah, like I don't think his training camp prepared him for the brutal punches that Jermell Charlo can dish out. Y'all gotta remember, Jermell Charlo, 5'11". His brother is 6'1". What up, Elite? So those guys don't naturally sit at 160 and 154. Them guys are walking around probably 180 when they don't have a fight coming up. What up, Derek Ellison? Derek says both Charlos are dangerous. A lot of people sleep on them. Yeah. Like, I remember Big Charlo, Jermell Charlo, dropped somebody with a jab to the chin. Like, dropped him. So they both have naturally strong jabs, you know? And like I'm nowhere near on their level, and I have a stiff jab that hurts people. And they're both stronger than me as far as punching. So it does not surprise me at all. Like, I've hurt people with jabs to the gut before, you know, like not enough to keep them off me, but enough to make them make little noises, you know. And the people I spar are tough guys. Like, ain't nothing weak about none of my sparring partners. You know, just Jeison Rosario is way too like high profile for him to take a dive because somebody offered him money. Once you get to a certain level, taking a dive is not profitable compared to remaining as the champion. That man called Jermell Charlo out. It's Jermell. Yeah, like I don't think he threw that fight at all. Not at all, bro. But you know, I already know when this video becomes an upload, I'm probably gonna get some criticism and all that stuff, but I believe what I believe. And I just don't understand how, with all that evidence we had that Tyson Fury cheated, nobody wants to believe that Tyson Fury cheated. But we can clearly see that Jermell Charlo had on brand new gloves that weren't dented and wrinkled up. You didn't see him fidgeting around with his gloves. And you can hear the loud pop from the punch that landed on the gut. So there's literally no evidence that supports this theory that Jeison Rosario threw the fight or that the fight was fixed. But people would rather believe that than to believe that Tyson Fury cheated against Deontay Wilder. And Tyson Fury has never been known to have power. And Deontay Wilder has the strongest chin in the heavyweight division because he took a flurry of punches from Luis Ortiz, who was the second biggest puncher in the heavyweight division next to Deontay Wilder. So, you know, not to mention how unfazed Deontay Wilder was by the punches Tyson Fury threw before. You don't just all of a sudden go to Crunk Gym for one training camp and come out being able to knock out the strongest chin in the division. That doesn't happen. You know, people can say what they want. Jeison had enough energy to fight J-Rock, but not Charlo. I think it's because J-Rock was on the back foot a lot. I think he hurt J-Rock early on, and J-Rock was on the back foot the rest of that fight. Jermell Charlo is never going to be on his back foot. He boxed a little more than usual, but he's very aggressive. So Jeison Rosario couldn't back him down. You know, he couldn't get him in the corner. You know, he had J-Rock all up on the ropes and stuff. Jeison Rosario is just not strong enough for Charlo. Not only that, Charlo used some veteran tactics, bro. Yep, Norman. You know, people really underestimate the IQ that comes behind boxers that become world champions. And it's not just the fact that he became a world champion, he's a reigning world champion. And his only loss was a robbery. You cannot win a fight against the world champion when all you're throwing is jabs. That's all Tony Harrison did. Jab and step back, jab and step back, jab and move to the right, jab and move to the left. All he was throwing was jabs. Every single power punch that was landed in that fight was by Jermell Charlo. So that was a robbery. Straight up. When it comes to somebody throwing jabs versus power punches, I don't care about the scorecards. I don't care about how many landed. And then come to find out, Tony Harrison didn't even outland him. He didn't even outland him. So, you know, with the caliber of fighter Jermell Charlo is, and the fact that Jeison Rosario had just become a champion, he got his title shot against J-Rock and won. That's what made him champion. Jermell Charlo was a reigning champion. He held that belt for years, lost it, and then got it back. His pedigree is deeper than Jeison Rosario's. Let's not act like he hasn't beat top tier competition already. Tony Harrison is not light work. Lubin is not light work. Jermell Charlo has beaten undefeated fighters. They were undefeated before they got to him for a reason. Like if the guy with the bloodiest face landed more strikes, but the other dude looking all right, I don't care about how many landed. Yeah. Like, bro, if you got beat up, you got beat up. Straight up. Like Jermell Charlo came out of the fight, the first fight with Tony Harrison and the second fight with Tony Harrison without a mark on his face. He didn't even look like he had been beat, like it had been hit. That's not how you take the belt away from the champion. You got to beat him convincingly. Nobody want to see you jab up the champion all night. Like, bro, you have to drop him a couple times. Be dominant. That's how you take the belt away from the champion. Because that's how Jermell Charlo got his belt in the first place. He knocked out the champion. That's just like me. He kept throwing body shots. I hooked him and he fell. So who really won? Shoot, the person who's dropping somebody. Because if your punches are not phasing me, you don't get to say you beat me up. Shoot, if every punch I throw at you is hitting you like a rock, I'm beating you. If I got you on your back foot the entire fight, I'm beating you. Now it'd be a different story if the person was on their back foot and I wouldn't land in nothing. I'm just bricking the whole night. That's not the case. I wonder if Charlo will fight the WBO champion soon. He needs to. But you know, Oscar Fraudo Hoya, his fighter got the belt. I've never even seen that dude fight before. I didn't even know who he was until I realized, wait a minute, they just called Charlo the unified champion, so he's not undisputed yet. And then I was like, oh shoot, he doesn't have the WBO. Who has it? Now I look up and there's some guy that's already taken an L to somebody that can't fool with Jermell Charlo. So I was like, Jermell Charlo need to fight him next. That's the easy W. Jeison Rosario would beat the guy that has the WBO. Tony Harrison would beat the guy that has the WBO. J-Rock would beat the guy that has the WBO. But there's a reason that this guy has not fought either one of them. Oscar De La Hoya ain't trying to give up that belt. In an interview, they asked Oscar De La Hoya about Ryan Garcia versus Tank, and he said, oh no, Tank is a beast. He don't have that much faith in his fighters. Ryan Garcia is his biggest star. Oh wait, no. Canelo is. Ryan Garcia is one of his biggest stars. You're supposed to believe that dude can beat anybody in his weight division. But you said he can't beat Tank. In so many words. Exactly. No, yeah, at least be able to block punches. At least be able to block something. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when I should slip a punch or roll under a punch, I just block it because I'm too lazy to like sometimes I just feel too lazy to duck under. Sometimes I just don't feel like using my legs. And then when you use your legs, you can get caught with something if you're not careful. But hey, this is a lot faster than slipping. So I put that hand up. My hands are fast. So at least I have a way to make sure I don't get hit. Some of these dudes be in the ring with world class fighters just taking punches to the temple, the jaw. I just pray that whenever I get to that level, I don't ever get the classification of a journeyman, which is a big possibility because I'm older. But once that happens, you get thrown into a bunch of mismatch fights. You'll get robbed a whole bunch. Just to bring a convo to the table, you should start gaming a little. Yeah, it's just hard because it's like every time I do game on Twitch, only like one person gets on to watch. And it's like, dang, Twitch is the reason I started gaming again. Like, I got 60 something followers on Twitch, but I can only get one on at a time. It's so difficult, bro. It's weird because it's like on here, a lot of people don't want to hear you talk. You know, doesn't matter how smart I am, how articulate I am, how entertaining I am, they do not want to hear you talk. People would rather see me go around downtown and do pranks on stuff, and that's not me. I'm not fixing to do that. Like them dudes that do the pranks, they piss people off to the point where those people want to hurt them. And it's a Fight Night Champion 2020 game coming out. Oh yeah, I think so. Look, I'm not into making people mad enough to where they want to harm me. I got a kid I gotta go home to. And I honestly don't understand how some of them people that do unsafe pranks, I'm cool with the little, being funny with people and making them laugh in Walmart. Like, cause I like Funny Marco because he doesn't do anything physically to people. But like all these other people that will take the joke too far, and then when that person gets mad and reacts, they want to get mad back. Bro, you started it. It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank. You can say that all you want to, but some people don't want to be effed with. Not everybody's okay with people just messing with them. Person could have been having a bad day, but you're gonna make them out to be the bad guy because they reacted just like you wanted them to. Because really, what makes those videos funny is the reaction. If you go up messing around with a bunch of people and they ignore you, that's not funny content. Nobody's gonna laugh at that. But say you can get that person to punch you in the face. There's the content. That's one of YouTube viewers' favorite things, being able to see somebody angry. But yeah, I'm proud of Jermell Charlo and Jermall Charlo because they're twin brothers doing this together, bro. They are climbing that ladder together. And everybody has so much to say whenever they had their little back and forth and all that stuff. They are brothers. Not only that, they're both fighters, and they've been fighters all their lives. You really didn't think that it was possible for them to get into it with each other? But guess what? It never had to get physical. They both loved each other enough and were mature enough not to take it to throwing blows. You know what I mean? Like, put some respect on them brothers' names, man. They did more than earn it. Y'all just got to be willing to look, just look. If you can't do that, it ain't even worth the discussion. You know, I'm tired of us, you know, looking down on young black men over every little thing that they do. Especially when we on the outside looking in. I got at it with my older brother all the time. Yeah, like I go at it with my older brother all the time. Yeah, like well, I can't really use my brothers as an example because right now me and my older brother get along very well. We have our entire adult lives, but me and my younger brother have never gotten along, and we don't like each other. So like I can't really use that example. I'm pretty sure if my younger brother had the chance, he'd probably shoot me. So you know, my situation's a bad example, which is also why I have a lot of respect for the Charlo brothers because bro, it doesn't take much for my younger brother to get me out of character at all. Honestly, it really doesn't take much for no nah. I haven't gotten into it with anybody, like not too many people anyways. I mean I've gotten into it with folks, but you know, the bar fights and stopping my car on the highway to fight and all that stuff. I haven't done that stuff since college. So it's just being yep, exactly. You know, like sibling rivalry is normal, and it's even harder for twins not to go at it. They're the same exact age, so they're both very demanding of their respect from the other. That's a natural thing. Like at least when there's an age barrier, the younger brother is able to submit to a certain extent just because you know it's like, well, that's my big brother. You know, like I'm physically dominant over my older brother right now. So like at any given point, I could be like, man, like let me get back at this dude for everything he did when we were younger. But I don't. I have respect for him. He's my older brother. See what I'm saying? So as the younger brother, I respect my older brother enough to leave all the crap that happened in the past in the past. You see what I'm saying? And we've both matured to the point where we're not gonna take it there with each other. You know. But I won't say that that's the way it's gonna be with everybody because some people just don't respect their brothers. You know, like some people are worst enemies with their brothers. You know. Hey, how you doing, Melissa? Don't forget to like the video. I be having to remind y'all, man. Y'all be forgetting. This channel can't do very well without the likes and the comments and all that good stuff. So nobody like YouTube doesn't feel the need to promote anything that doesn't have a large amount of activity going on. But I know that since I already have a video that's going viral regarding the Jermell Charlo fight, I don't think that this video is gonna, stick with it well, because I also did a live stream that got a good amount of views and had a good amount of active viewers on it. So I like all your videos. I just miss your lives. Oh yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Support is support either way, and I love all of you. You know, because without you guys, my channel isn't. It doesn't work. You know, like we've created a whole little community here, and I'm proud of it. You know, I'm just looking forward to that day I finally hit like 10K, which is coming sooner than later now. I'll be on the lookout for that. Oh yeah, you do, Norman. I think you're on my Twitch, my TikTok, and here. Yeah, that big shout out to those of y'all that do that, that do what Norman is doing, because That's a lot of loyalty right there. Like to support all my platforms. I think you're even also following my I Fit In page on Instagram. I remember when you were in your closet getting mad because people said happy belated birthday. Yeah, that little section of my YouTubes didn't work that well. I'm on TikTok and YouTube. Yeah, man, my TikTok is picking up steam, yo. And it's crazy because it's not even like I mean I do have boxing content on there, but I don't do very much commentary on that at all. A lot of the time I'm just reacting to different videos and stuff, and like duetting videos and all that, or just like speaking my mind on certain things, and people seem to love it. So I like how on TikTok I could just dump a bunch of stuff that's in my head on there, and people bite. It's a really good platform to help aid your other platforms. Like I'm hoping that I can intermix, YouTube and TikTok. So get my TikTok community over here to my YouTube, and get my YouTube community over to TikTok. Because I think the journey to 10K on TikTok would happen a lot quicker than on YouTube. Because I've been doing YouTube for over a year now, and I just got on TikTok like 3 weeks ago, if that, and I'm already at 500 and something followers on TikTok. That last live you had like 17 viewers at once. Yeah, I think the peak was actually 24. But like my streams where I'm watching like a big sporting event and reacting to it, those usually do pretty well. Like I got like 5,000 plus views from the Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, and my live streams never do that well. That was crazy. That was real crazy. So Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia, just because of my ties and the people I'm connected with, I know for a fact I'm gonna be somewhere to see that fight. So I'm gonna do the live commentary on that one too. And if worse comes to worse, man, I'm finna buy the fight. Shoot. Uh, uh, Errol Spence is my favorite welterweight right now. Yeah, Terrence Crawford is good, but I just don't think he can't beat Errol, man. He's not gonna beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm a try, but man, they've been dogging me out about those filet videos because it's sports clips that are involved with them. And when you have ESPN and like sports networks like Fox and stuff coming after you because of some sporting events or sports clips, and they're trying to like shut you down because of it, and you end up getting banned for a month. I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to go through that again. My channel got demonetized for a whole month. And then whenever it got remonetized, my views were so low, bro. Like this month, like halfway through, or honestly, towards the end of this month, which is like a week ago, my views finally started going back up again. So I'm just not trying to take that hit again. That's detrimental for a small channel like mine. Very detrimental. Can't take no more hits like that, man. Hey, those of y'all that are in here, don't forget to like the video. Man, I really live in an area that's always awake. Crazy. A lot of these folks out here have money that like just makes itself. Like, I mean, I'm talking about a lot of these people are filthy freaking rich. Filthy rich. to where they don't have to actually go to a job. So they just go to all these nice restaurants and bars around here and they kick it all night. All night. You have such a positive attitude and you're a hardworking man. It shows with your dedication to your sport. Your future is bright for sure. Thank you so much, Melissa. That means a lot to me. Honestly, it means everything to me. You know, a lot of people don't recognize that type of thing. You know, a lot of people look at it and be like, oh, he's wasting time. He's doing this, that, and the other. Look, I'm already aware that I'm never going to be a Floyd Mayweather. You know, I'm never going to be an Errol Spence. I get that. You know what I'm saying? I started this really late. But look, I plan on retiring at 35. So at the very most, I'll get 4 to 5 years as a professional. I don't need any more than 10 to 20 fights on my resume. I don't have to be this guy that's got, you know, 36 wins with 32 knockouts on stuff. I don't need a record like that. I'm doing this because I love it. I'm passionate about it. And you know, that small bit of glory that I'll get from each win will be enough for me because I did something that I was told I could not do. And as a matter of fact, right now I'm already doing things that I was told I would never do. So that's enough glory for me. At the end of the day, everything that I'm learning, I'm downloading it and gonna instill it into my son. He's gonna be the star. He's gonna be the one that does all these amazing things that me and the rest of my family couldn't do. You know what I mean? So I'm investing my life and my energy into my son. You know, so I gotta learn these things and get this experience so that I can teach him. So a lot of people they just don't get the broader picture. You know, they don't understand that once I gain credibility as a fighter, and the simple fact that right now I'm certainly like I'm a teacher, and then I'm a certified personal trainer, and I'll have boxing experience. It won't be hard for me to start my own boxing gym, especially if I can get this platform big enough to where I have more support and people are willing to support, you know, my goal to open up my own gym. You know how much better like that sounds to me than, you know, me shaving 20 years to 30 years off my lifespan trying to be something that I'm not capable of being, you know. I didn't have enough time to dedicate to the sport. I started way too late. These guys, like I would be taking credit from all the greats if I said that even though, you know, greats like Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. started when they were kids, I can somehow do what they did starting at 26. It's just not going to happen, you know? People on my baseball team said I can't hit, but I became 2-3 on my team. Okay. Golly, that's a loud notification. But yeah, y'all, like, don't worry. I'm gonna get my glory. That's gonna happen. Nothing can stop me, and nobody can stop me. You know, like I'm probably one of the most ambitious people anybody's ever met. Golly, this is trash. Sheesh. I don't even have a sixth grade advisory though. Yeah. Oh yeah, just looking at my emails. Yeah, I'm good, y'all. Oh yeah, just think about it. Definitely, I have a Streamyard, but it's like every time I go live from that, and I tell people to beam in, they never do. Like I could literally have you on video on a screen right next to me. So I want you to be there next time. Next time I stream from Streamyard, because I'd love to have a guest on my show. You know, I think that it's good to give you guys a voice too. Like people ain't got to hear me run my mouth every day, all day. You know, because y'all got some wisdom too. Y'all know some stuff too, especially when it comes to boxing. You know. Oh yeah, but Jeffrey, Norman, and Elite. What I was reading was like some of my emails for work, so it tripped me out a little bit. Nothing big, nothing serious. And I can't wait to see Jermell Charlo's next fight. Jamal too. I like watching both of them train too, because of their aggressive training. That's why they're such dogs in that ring. Got you, bro. I just stopped watching a lot of other stuff. Bell on. That's a bet, my guy. Yeah, I was telling somebody the other day, like, I may not grow as fast as other channels, but I have like a really loyal core audience that, they'll show up just to chop it up with me. Whereas a lot of channels, it's like the people are watching them because they're rich or they have all this stuff. You know, this apartment I'm in now is the nicest apartment I've ever had. So I'm not gonna front like this lifestyle I'm living isn't new to me. Like this is my first time having things this nice. So, like every now and then, like, I soak it up and I'm like, dang, like this is me right here. But, you know, exactly, they just derun. Yeah, like I mean, it would be nice to have that much the amount of support those guys get, but at the same time, who wants it if it's not genuine? Because you remember what happened to Fousey Tube. At one point, that guy was loaded off of his little Mortal Kombat pranks on the elevator and all that stuff. That guy's not getting that type of love anymore. As a matter of fact, I don't even think he's on YouTube anymore. He may not be a millionaire anymore, none of that. Like, so that just as easy as you get it, it could be taken away from you. And that's what happens when people don't build their core audience. They rely heavily on, causing mayhem out in public and doing things to make other people uncomfortable. That's not that's not the example or the agenda I want to push. I feel like I've got better things to do with my time and my energy than, go make a clown of myself. And I'm not saying FouseyTube did that because, the elevator pranks were pretty funny. They weren't embarrassing at all. Like nowhere near embarrassing. When I say stupid pranks and stuff like that, I'm talking about those guys that will go destroy a gas station. I mean, just go in there, open up a bunch of random stuff, like that Do Gang dude. Even though he's made me laugh a little bit, and keep in mind, there's a difference in laughing at somebody because they're funny or laughing at somebody because they're an idiot. That dude's an idiot. So yeah, it's funny. It's funny to watch him pretend to have seizures and fall face first over cameras in McDonald's and scream at the top of his lungs and everybody's looking at him like, bro, what the hell is wrong with you? Because I'm thinking the same thing. Do I dislike the guy? Do I hate the guy? Am I hating on him? No. I just, as a grown man with a kid that eventually is gonna, be old enough to watch the things that I'm saying and doing online, I'm not trying to look like a clown to my son. I don't want my son to see what I'm doing and be like, man, I'm gonna do that dumb stuff when I get older because it made my daddy rich, so I don't want to be rich. No, that's not the example you leave for your next generation at all. I was here when he would post nothing but boxing. Heck yeah. I subbed before 1K originally just to troll. I think I do remember that too. You had a different AVI though. Your picture was different. Yeah, Pew's got to step up. He should help grow channels. They done for PewDiePie having like the network he has and like all this. If I had that, I would definitely be looking to build up channels that actually have something positive to contribute. But PewDiePie only really interacts with channels that are already famous. Me, I'm what you consider popular. I'm not considered famous. I can say that a few thousand people know me. That's it. That's not. I can't really say my channel's thriving. It's kind of hit a plateau where everything's going a little slow right now. And I know it'll pick up eventually, but for now, like I just gotta accept what is. And what is right now is your boy is struggling a little bit. I'm not trying to say I was one of the first. It's just people try to say they real fans when they start blowing up. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, yeah, it means a lot to me. Like the people that were here from the very beginning and they're still here and they still ride for me. But loyalty is loyalty. So if you just didn't find out about me until later on, that's cool. Yeah, it's not like I've been doing this for 10 years and you're just now, catching on. Like I haven't even hit the 2 year mark yet. So like you're still one of the first. Everybody that comes on here and supports is still one of the first. Hey, if you're just now popping in, feel free to express your opinions about the Jermell Charlo fight. I don't like even though we changed topics, I don't want y'all to feel like, that discussion is over. So if y'all have something to say about that, y'all can. And please don't forget to like the video as well. True, I was just a troll till I peeped you was consistent and down to earth. Man, I love that. I love that. Yeah. I think there's you and like two other people that started out like as trolls. Like one person was trolling me over Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, but then he realized that I'm a Niner and Raiders fan. So he's like, "Oh no," he's like, "Yeah, I fool with you now." I started the YouTube channel at the end of my first year as a teacher. So at the end of this year, I'll hit 2 years because this is year 3. So like I had this channel for a while, but I wasn't posting on it. Yeah, man, like Oakland, San Francisco, the whole entire Bay Area, that's my thing, bro. And then, of course, when it comes to basketball, Golden State and the Lakers. I rock with the Sacramento Kings, the Clippers. If it's Cali, it's me. I'm a rare breed. A lot of people don't rock with their own city, and I don't understand that. Like, if you're a fan of sports and you're from a certain area, you know, I just can't see it as genuine if you rocking with somebody that, you know, you have no ties to. Like people be from San Antonio, but their favorite team is the Patriots. People be from Dallas, but their favorite team is the Patriots. Come on now. Heck yeah. Hey, 40 and the 49ers is on this year. I know they are. Yeah, like we're it's like and then let the Patriots lose. Let the Patriots start losing consistently. Like I mean, just let them become the worst team in the league. You're gonna see who the real fans were and are. But hey, y'all, it's getting pretty late. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for showing up, and I'm gonna try to live stream tomorrow too. It might not be for that long because I have a lot on my plate tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, I'll definitely live stream on Wednesday. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. With that being said, I fit in out. Hold on. When I was like 6 or 7, I used to like a team until they lost, then switch. All right. I fit in out.